there was this one part of the series where, apparently, well, I'm not gonna start there. So, despite the series, there were side stories to the series that are kind of episodes, but more like overall stories. OVA, I would say. And in those stories, they're cut characters that I roleplay with, that I put into the story. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like torturing my cat. Not literally, but it's always so funny when you put your arm against their back and their body shiver. So like, oh, it's so funny to watch. When you're like, you don't think we're going to be that ticklish? It's for every cat though. But anyway, I remember a time once upon a Exul series that Exul was okay. Now this is the role play. So there was this character that Exul encountered, which is one of my best friends in real life. Uh, she plays a character. I actually use her real name in the series. I call her Miss Maya. That's not how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure you announce it as Maya, but in the series it's Maya. So one of Exul's best friends that he encountered since he's been in the colonies. Now this is further away from what I've been explaining so far. This is like a further series. Like you guys really, if you didn't see my last video, which kind of explained. Oh, I can't remember, but it had links to it, which you can view some of the stories. Um, it's a little bit closer to that story. Um, let's use colonies C6 for example. I think that's their. The colonies got destroyed and rebuilt so many times. When it got destroyed, fell to Earth, got rebuilt, it got another name. Got destroyed, rebuilt, fell to Earth, it had another name. The colony's been destroyed so many times, and there've been so many models of the colonies that it's insane. So I'm using C6 as a reference. The colonies got destroyed and was rebuilt. You have a new leader. I think Exo was no. It's confusing because it's confusing because there were colonies and then there was a part where there were just fleets and then there's a lot of space. I told you the colony saga had a lot to do with space. But C6, I think it was a fleet that was supposed to it was supposed to assimilate a colony, and Exo was the leader of the fleet or the ship. So you're thinking that this is kind of like Star Trek now. So he's the leader of the ship, and he has this elite team with him. Now, you guys, I will post a link for this story in the description because honestly, I can't remember all of it. But I know at some point the colony's commander came back and made a return in that series because when the colonies got destroyed such a number amount of times, the commander actually retired and built agency on Earth instead of in space. So, but basically, the colonies is kind of like an organization that provide technology for Earth and space. At first, it was a defense thing, and then it became like Colony Corp, which is this corporation that built weapons, technology, and protection systems for Earth and all this other stuff. So after the colonies went down, that what it resorted to. Billions, you're talking about colonies made millions of money, not only as a military, but as a corporation too. So colonies is a big deal in the series. Yeah. So in C6, I'm probably not even going to talk about it. This is probably going to be like a 6 or 5 minute video because, like I said before, I do not remember. C6 as much. I know they went to different planets. All I can say is it's not really a story. It's just a story, something interesting for your eyes to see. It's not really a main part of the story. It's not a main plot. It's not important. It's just something that happened. So basically, I guess you can consider that OVA as well. Has nothing to do with the main plot, but just a part of the story that happened, or a thing that happened in part of the stories. My cat has such fluffy ears. Yeah, my cat's like looking out the window, looking at all the birdies, wishing it was birdie, or wishing a birdie was, I guess at this point you can tell that I'm bored, so, because I'm sighing a lot. But back to what I was saying, there's been a couple people that role played the Azul series with me, and some of it is part of the main story, and then most of it is not. Because I told you, the main parts of the story was pretty much what I've been explaining before. Emerald is a main part. The colonies is the main part, and the Ninja Saga, I think, had somewhat to do with the main plot. But mostly the Craver Saga before the Ninja Saga was a main plot. And then after that, most of the story was just story, kind of walking away from the main plot and kind of walking away what the series was originally about. So plenty of story. When you think about it, this story can't refer to Bleach because, it was a lot of episodes. That was part of the main story. And then half of it wasn't a part of the story. And then after a while, there were just episodes being made to continue the story. Had nothing to do with anything specific. Had nothing to do with anything special. Just little things to keep the story going. And then eventually got back on track. That's kind of like how the Exul series is. I didn't want to make the Exul series like Bleach. I wanted to have more purpose. But in the long run, keeping it going, I kind of failed at doing that. But I'm back on track. I'm kind of finishing up the Exul series, to be honest. Because I said I would never end the Exul series. I will always keep it running. But because the only reason I said that is because I couldn't figure out his past. I couldn't figure out how to sum it up and end it. But since Emerald came out, May 2nd and 3rd, I actually been able. This is tasty. I'm always fucking eating something. I swear, in most of the videos that I do this in, I will be fucking smacking in your guys' ear. But basically, I've been able to sum up Exo's past and the rest of the missing parts of the series. So, at any given moment, I do not have to continue the series any further than what is already made now. But unlike Bleach, I'm pretty sure there is hella episodes to Exo series. If I were to write it and make it an anime and all this other crap, it will have more than 366 episodes. It will have 1,000,000 episodes. Because it's so long. So I said this would probably be 5 or 10 minute video. So it's almost about that time, and I'm going to stop it right here. Stop it right here.